Welcome to Social Aloe Ministries, where we are committed to glorifying God while exposing the devil. Just a word of warning. Be careful about who you give words of encouragement. For example, there's a common saying out there saying, never give up. Well, quite frankly, sometimes there's a time to give up. Because people have given encouragement to, for example, sexual predators, stalkers, etc., by telling them, never give up. See, sometimes people, they would say, for example, that they're seeking a word from the Lord, confirmation, but they don't truly want to hear what the Lord is saying. They only want to hear something so that they have a reason to continue their pursuing their carnal desires. For example, how many times did the Lord send Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go? Yet, after being afflicted by 10 plagues, and it seems as if they got the message to basically give up, they released the Israelites. But to their detriment, the Egyptian army followed the Israelites, and they perished because they wouldn't give up. Saul, he was Israel's first king, but then he fell into error. And there were 3 times when the Lord had Samuel tell Saul that basically he had been fired, that the Lord's going to replace him. In 1 Samuel 13 and in 1 Samuel 15, verses 23 and 29. Saul knew he had been fired, and later when he discerned that David was going to replace him, he tried to kill David on several occasions. But he wouldn't listen. He didn't listen to the Lord's warning, and he paid the price. While it may seem encouraging to tell people, don't give up, let the Holy Spirit be your guide regarding just throwing out words of encouragement. Because quite frankly, you never know who you may be encouraging and what kind of bad behavior they may have in mind. And do not be fooled by people's sob stories either. In some cases, they were truly wronged. In other cases, they are perpetrators playing the victim. Do not be fooled. The apostles, they were facing some harsh realities because they were preaching about Jesus. And when they were taken in to face the religious leaders, Gamaliel wisely said the following, which is an indication for us to discern when we are fighting against others versus when we're fighting against God. Because sometimes the door we're trying to kick in is a door the Lord has closed. And I hope you know, when the Lord opens a door, no one can close it. On the other hand, when he closes a door, no one can open it. But Gamaliel said in Acts 5, starting verse 38, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it. Lest haply ye be found even to fight against God." And while reading that, I was reminded of something. There are times when people on the opposite end of a spectrum will both claim that they're fighting for something that is of the Lord. When people are fighting against each other and professing that they're fighting in the name of the Lord, that's an issue. Jesus, he's not the author of confusion. And if 2 entities are fighting against each other, one clearly is not fighting on behalf of the Lord. So again, please be discerning and careful about just offering loose words of encouragement by telling people to never give up. Because in some cases, they're wasting their time, especially when they're trying to open a door that the Lord has shut.